I feel like there is a turn for the better that she's taking, and these are things that she's literally carried around for years, um, and secrets and guilt and shame and sadness and sorrow that she has never been able to really process because I don't think she was strong enough to process it.
It was a very tough episode. I'm still kind of recovering. So I'm curious, when you read this and you found out that that was kind of the journey she was going to be going on, how did you react? Were you a little nervous or excited? How did it feel?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always excited because as an actor, I think our job is to bring, um, art imitates life. And so I think it's really important to approach subjects that are difficult to sort of discern, to figure out on your own, to hopefully feel like you're less alone in whatever you're going through. And so in that way, I was like, wow, this is something that I have personally not experienced, but I know people who have and have made that decision. And I think that it's so important for people to, whether you agree with it, whether you wouldn't do it, you would do it, you've never been in that situation. Um, Art, I feel, is supposed to bring um, sympathy and empathy and understanding to people, no matter what it is. Or um, in this particular case, I was, as always, I'm like, I just want to make sure that it's right, and that I do right by the writing, of course, and by the character, and by this life event that Kate has, experienced and never told a single soul about. So yeah, challenging, yes, and wanting to just do it well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
emotional for you to kind of tap into that day on set when you guys were filming this?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's always emotional when you think about somebody going through something that they have no, uncharted territory. They have no idea how to maneuver through it. And because Kate in particular has been through so much, as all of us, as every human on this planet has, it was I'm always like emotional when it when it comes to working on this show. So
May not be.
yeah.
All these characters have been through it. So
Yeah.
obviously a big component was that she had never told anyone. Will we see her possibly tell someone else? Will we maybe confide in her mother about this?
Yeah, she's definitely gonna confide in someone. And I don't know if it will be her mom ever. I don't know if that will be part of her journey or if that will be important for her. I would imagine that it might, but we'll see.
And then with Toby, obviously, he was pretty upset, understandably so, that she had never told him. Will that continue with them? Will he still be upset? Will that continue going on, or does he understand?
I think that there might be a little bit of both. I think that when you feel that you know somebody and you trust them and you have been um, in their lives for a certain amount of time, you think that what they've been through. But yeah, I mean, I would imagine that it's going to be brought up more.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be, because you don't just sort of, yeah, okay, sure. You don't just going to brushes to the side.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think on a happier note, it was an empowering episode, and also for her, because she kind of owned herself, and she stood up for herself. Is that something that is she feeling an overwhelming relief now, because she feels like she finally did this and finally stood up to this man who she was never able to?
Yeah, I do. I feel like there is a turn for the better that she's taking, and these are things that she's literally carried around for years, and secrets and guilt and shame and sadness and sorrow that she has never been able to really process, because I don't think she was strong enough to process it. And now that she is, because she is unconditionally loved, and she is doing the things that she never thought she'd ever do, like be a mother and be in a loving relationship, that now I think she has the strength to say, like, okay, this is a turning point for me. So I think so.